I don't know about you guys, but one of my all-time favorite micro tropes in a romance book is when we have a female main character who's feeling insecure in her abilities, either in dating or maybe in the bedroom, and then we have a male main character who comes along and offers his services to her. He'll teach her whatever she wants, dating, bedroom advice, nothing is off limits. And I have come across so many books like this, whether it's the dating aspect, the bedroom aspect. I have an array of recommendations for you guys today that explore all avenues of the teach me trope or the spicy lessons trope. I've seen people call it that. I think that's so funny. But trust me when I say I have read so many books that have this specific plot point in them, and I'm here to share the best of the best with you today. The first book on my list is not only a perfect pick for this specific trope, but it happens to be just one of my favorite romance books that I've read recently. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It is called The Wingman by Stephanie Archer. Now, this is book 3 in her Vancouver Storm series. This is a series of interconnected standalones, so you don't have to read the other books to enjoy this one, but the whole series is great. It is a hockey series. This book follows Darcy and Hayden, who met in college and became fast friends overnight. They had this one other guy in their friend group who Darcy actually started dating, but they graduate, a few years go by, and she's just not happy in the relationship anymore, so she ends up breaking it off with him, very much to Hayden's pleasure, as he has been obsessed with her and pining after her literally since the day they met in college, and she has no idea. She's like, he's this hot hockey player, he's totally out of my league. No, he's obsessed with her. So upon leaving this years-long relationship, Darcy actually ends up moving into Hayden's place and they become roommates. At this point, Hayden is a professional hockey player. She has a job that she's just not really happy in. She doesn't really know where her life's going, and she feels like her confidence with guys has been completely crushed. So who does she go to besides her best friend and ultimate player, but Hayden Owens? He is more than willing to help her because he's obsessed with her. He can't say no to her. So they embark on a journey together of fake dates, fake kissing, fake bedroom activities. It has it all. I'm obsessed with this book because the characters are so good, especially Hayden. He's just the sweetest, and I love that they're best friends. Like, he would literally do anything for her, and he's so obsessed with her. There's something about that I just cannot resist. So this is a great one for this specific trope. Next book on my list is The Good Girl by Nikki Sloan. This book is also a part of an interconnected standalone series, so you can totally read it on its own, but it is book 5 in her Nashville Neighbors series. This book follows Preston and Sydney, and I really love this book. It's very classic, bad boy, good girl vibes. Our female main character, Sydney, has lived an extremely sheltered life where her parents are just constantly breathing down her neck. She can't get away with anything, and she's at a point in her life where she really wants some freedom and she wants to take back what her life is. She doesn't really know what she wants, but after going to a party and running into her old crush, Preston, who happens to be her brother's best friend, she sees him again at a party where he finally notices her for the first time, and it's like a switch goes off. It's like she's so tired of obeying people and playing by the rules, so she goes to him and asks if he will help her learn everything that she's never learned before. And while he's very hesitant, he's also selfish and wants that for himself as well. He definitely has that player bad boy reputation, but he's very skilled in the bedroom, and that's exactly what Sydney is looking for. So these two get together and everything goes from there. I really, really love this one. This whole series, I think I've mentioned it a few times now. It's just one of my favorites. I absolutely love the way that Nikki Sloan writes, and all of her books are just a hit to me. So definitely recommend this one. Next on my list is Stand and Defend by Sloane St. James. This is the 4th book in her Lakes hockey series. So again, you don't have to read the other books in the series. This one is definitely my favorite of all of the books, though. I really, really loved it. This book follows Jordana and Camden, who really only know each other because Jordana is engaged to be married and Camden is set to be the best man at the wedding. But what nobody really knows is that behind this picture-perfect life that she's pretending to have, she's actually in this extremely toxic relationship, and she ends up escaping and not getting married to this man. So after breaking things off with her toxic fiance, she's like, where's the one place I could go hide out and he would never know I'm there? Camden's house, his friend. So she goes and stays with Camden. Upon finding out everything that's been going on behind the scenes, Camden obviously had no idea that his friend was like this. He's like, screw that, I'm on Team Jordana, you can stay with me, and they become quick friends. With all this forced proximity between the two of them, Camden comes to realize pretty soon that Jordana's kind of never really been given the attention that she quite deserves, so he makes it his mission to help her in the bedroom. And so they end up embarking on this kind of friends with benefits type of relationship while still living together. So the journey kind of starts there, and it gets crazy, it gets wild. This book is really, really fun. It's quite spicy. Sloane St. James has a way with words, I will just say that. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was the perfect finale for this series, and I love that it combined the hockey romance, the teach me trope, everything about it, and I just absolutely love Camden. He's like the sweetest book boyfriend ever. Next on my list is Breakaway by Grace Riley. This is her second book in the Beyond the Play series, and it follows Cooper and Penny. This is also a hockey romance, but it is more specifically a coach's daughter romance. So Cooper and Penny go to the same college. Penny had been in this relationship, and she left the relationship feeling extremely traumatized by her ex in a way where she doesn't even know what to do with herself. She feels inadequate in the bedroom, and she's kind of traumatized from experiences with him. Cooper is going through his own stuff with the hockey team. He feels like he's in this dry spell, and they end up meeting, and Penny shares the fact that she's created this list of all of the things that she wants to do in the bedroom, but she's too scared to do. And so, being the absolute gentleman that he is, Cooper offers to help her fulfill every last item on this list. And the story kind of goes from there. And I will warn you guys, like, look at this cover. It looks so innocent, so cute. This book is definitely the spiciest one in this Rex video. So take that for what you will. I was not expecting it whatsoever. But when I tell you this was steamy, I'm not lying. So if that's either going to make you rush out to get the book or completely steer clear of it, that's your warning. I'm letting you know now. But I absolutely love this book. I really enjoyed not only their relationship, but the healing journey that they both go through during their relationship together. And I thought it all came together really beautifully. So highly, highly recommend. The next book on my list is Wyatt by Jessica Peterson. This is the second book in her Lucky River Ranch series, but again, it's a series of interconnected standalones, so you can just read it by itself. As you can probably tell, this is a cowboy romance, and it follows our main characters Wyatt and Sally, who are childhood best friends. They are inseparable, and Wyatt works on his family's ranch in Texas, and Sally has made herself a career as a vet tech. So she's gone away to college, she's worked in New York, she's been everywhere, but she's back on the ranch for a few months before going off to start a new career in Ithaca, New York. Not only are Sally and Wyatt best friends, but they have both been secretly pining after the other basically their entire lives without knowing. And so when Sally comes to Wyatt asking for dating advice and bedroom advice, he's very apprehensive at first. Obviously, he doesn't want anything to go wrong between them. But with her leaving soon on the horizon, he really wants to make the most of their time together. And she's just kind of in the mood to let loose and do some stuff before she goes away for this job that she's not even really excited for. And so they end up bonding, and he helps her with dating and other stuff, and kind of goes from there. I really enjoyed this one. Again, I am just such a sucker for friends to lovers, because I just love when they already have that pre-established connection, and I just love when the boy will literally do anything for her, when he already has that love for her. Like, an enemies to lovers is great, but when a character already just feels so much for the other character without any romantic relationship, it just immediately does it for me. Like, I don't know, I'm obsessed. Okay, and the last book that I'm gonna recommend for you guys is called Teacher by Fiona Cole. This is the 6th and final book in her Voyeur series, and this book follows Hannah and Daniel. Hannah has lived a really tough life. I should also preface, like, trigger warning, this book does have a lot of trauma. Hannah is a character who was abducted and assaulted sexually in her past, and so the book does delve into that a little bit, so that's definitely a warning if that's not something you're interested in reading. Definitely leave this one off your list. But yes, Hannah was abducted at a young age with her twin sister. She ends up being found, but obviously not without a ton of trauma and an extreme fear of any type of intimacy. Now, Daniel is sort of like a family friend, and he's actually the owner of this club called Voyeur. It's kind of like an exhibitionist voyeur sex club where you can go and watch other people engage in sexual acts. And so he kind of proposes this idea to Hannah that she come with him and he'll kind of be her guide and teacher in a way where she doesn't have to experience the intimacy firsthand, but maybe a good first step for her healing journey would be to watch it. And so they kind of embark on this new friendship together. They've always known each other. This is also kind of an age gap relationship. He's a bit older than her. I think she's like 26 in the book. And so he helps her and they do this together. She's obviously extremely apprehensive and he's very patient with her, but he has a lot of his own trauma with relationships and he's not looking for anything serious. He's genuinely offering this as a good deed to his friend, but obviously, like, easier said than done, and this is a romance book, so who are we kidding? This book obviously really leans into the whole teach me trope, but there's definitely a lot more to it, and with Hannah's healing journey, you kind of get to go through it with her, and it's a really, really beautiful story, so highly recommend. So those are going to be all of the recommendations I have for you guys today, but if you have a recommendation for me that fits this whole trope, please leave it in a comment down below so I can add it to my TBR. I would love to read any of the ones that you guys have if I have not already, so let me know. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found a new book to read, and if you didn't, then I'll be back next week with more. So I love you. Thank you for watching. Bye!